little bit of a walk around on Barnhill station. Here we are, all landed up on site number 5. Site number 5? Yeah. Site number 5. We didn't have this site when we walked in, or when we drove in yesterday. We booked it online, and apparently it just puts you on any site that's free. There's maybe. There's some photography. This place is a great spot if you're looking for a heap of variation in what you can do. So it's very basic and simple in terms of the toilet blocks and those sorts of things. I reckon site 6, although 6 is a relatively small, 7 would be good for a big van. But you've got a bowling green, I think that's AstroTurf. You've got gas bottle swap and go. You've got a play area here for the kids. It's been revamped at the moment, but some swings, climbing ropes, trees for them to muck around in. Got a basic camp kitchen and office. Got a shop, cans of drink. Oh, there's ice creams, bread. Got milk. Don't know whether there's milk. Bait, chips. Hey Janice. Hi. But this is the main attraction. Most stunning beach. Red cliffs, white sand, blue ocean.
Arriving in Broome. It's very exciting.
Super exciting.
Super exciting.
Danielle's orientating me to the area because I don't really know where everything is up here.
No idea. No idea. He thought we went up to Cape Leveque via Derby. Seriously.
Mate, I just go where I'm told to go and look good for the camera.
So this is the turn off here up to Cape Leveque, which we will do later on our trip. But in the meantime, we need to land the beach. So we're not staying in Broome itself, we're staying at Cable Beach Caravan Park. I've just missed that. In 3.6 kilometres, turn right.
Come down to Cable Beach for the sunset and park up. The tides have been getting a little bit higher every day, so we were here about 3 nights ago, 3 nights ago, anyway, and there was probably about a metre depth lower, but sunset are quite amazing here. And then the camels walk back past here about, I don't know, 20 minutes time. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether we can get some decent photos tonight. So the Cable Beach sunset, he's turning it on deluxe again, pretty much as usual. Hard to believe it's almost winter. There's Maybe taking photos of the old pearling boat and sailboat. Waiting for the camels. They're bringing them high. You look cute.
In the sunset?
Yeah, you're sort of a silhouette, so we can't see all
Yeah, so
your
you can't
wrinkles,
see the
and
wrinkles.
yeah, that's exactly right. I'd still marry you. Very interesting rock formations. I can see why it's called Coconut Wells, because there's wells everywhere. And I guess the rock build-up looks a bit like a coconut shell. It's like a cross between the pinnacles, the beach. It's a bit bizarre. Quite pretty. Crabs and fish galore in this little pond. And see how each of the craters holds a different sea level, so to speak. But each of these tiny little craters are absolutely alive with different marine life. I'll try and get over to them without cutting myself too much. Quite epic actually. Alright, here we go. Mavo's doing stories over here. We're on one of these little seaplanes with Liam, the pilot. Here's our chariot. Doesn't Danielle look good with a bloody life jacket on? She just loves boating. Alright, I've scored the front seat here. I'm actually the co-pilot. Someone's not happy. Look at this! Woo! Portable in the glove box. couple of small boats. Here we go. There's a Navy. Got a petrol bowser just there in case. Here's our little view for the night. And our cute little cabin. We're in the
bed. Ready?
crocodile stabbing cabin. That was super graceful. She hasn't even had anything to drink yet. Look at
No, but look, we have our little drinky poos.
Careful, there's a beer nearly falling out.
Yeah,
Yes.
to take up to the fridge. Oh, there's a plane just about
plane
to take
taking
off. Look at these beautiful mountains over here. So cute.
It's pretty amazing. That flight in was epic, and I did all the flying. I was in the co-pilot seat.
Sure you did. I'm all ready to go.
If she plays
On
up,
a speedboat.
if she plays up, she's going straight in here. Now have a look at these bad boys. They have 4 300 horsepower outboards on the back, so there's a good chance that we're going to get moving. Have a go at where this pontoon is. It's a pity it's a bit smoky. Hopefully it'll be clear by the morning. But this is amazing.
Are you ready for the ride of your life?
Later on. In the crocodile cage.
He's crazy. He's wishing.
Guys, once we get going, once you get your bum in the seat, guys, I do get you to stay seated.
So exciting. We've got window seats.
No, it's different.
I'm going to loop the falls this morning. So there we go. I hope you really enjoyed all that footage, guys. We're on our way back to Broome, which is where we left the van for our overnight at a horizontal falls. We've just been talking about it, and we had an absolutely awesome time. The flight over and back to Derby was really cool. The trip through and back the falls, we kind of got lucky. We've been getting lucky with most of our adventures. We got to go through the large gap and then the narrow gap multiple times, as you would have seen in the footage there. So I think old Wayno scared himself a bit this morning when he put us through the narrow gap, and unfortunately for the people that flew in just as we were leaving, they probably wouldn't get to do the narrow gap today. But very professional operation. What is it? Seaplane Adventures?
Yeah.
Horizontal Falls Seaplane Adventures.
Yeah. The
staff at every turn, from the pilots through to the, Wayne, the guy that was sort of running everything and driving the jet boat, through to the girls and that were doing dinner, were all really good. Probably the only thing that we found, we were by far the youngest on the tour, and so it was very different to some of the other things that we've done. We were just talking about whale shark diving and those sorts of things, and horizontal falls didn't feel like a seniors bus tour, but yeah, it was just different.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time, Amy?
It was great. It was well worth it.
Worth the money.
We unfortunately had a bit of smoke, though. They're doing a lot of burning off, so the views weren't as spectacular as they could have been. But it is what it is.
I think the thing with that is the views were still spectacular to the naked eye. They were amazing.
Yeah.
Some of the photos that you'll see just unfortunately have a bit of smoke from the back burning that was going on. But in saying that, it's great that everybody's able to do their back burning, because it's better than having bushfires. So yeah, all in all, we had an absolutely amazing time. We're a little bit tired. We didn't get the greatest night's sleep, but yeah.
We're all good. It's awesome. You should definitely do it.
G'day guys. Welcome back. Mavo's upset because we didn't clean up her junk corner. And she's got the shits because her phone and her camera aren't connecting together.
Trying to get them to connect.
To get a little bit of steam coming out of her ears at the moment. She's still cute though. We are on the Cape Leveque road. So Cape Leveque is about 220 k's out of Broome. And effectively it's right at the north tip of the Dampier Peninsula. So we're heading up tonight to a place called Cygnet Bay. It is the oldest and probably the most well-known pearl farm in this particular area. You've got Cygnet Bay, you've got Pasparley, and you've got Willie Creek are the three main ones. So we're going to check out Cygnet Bay, do a couple of tours while we're up there and spend the night there, and then we're coming down to a place for 2 nights called Middle Lagoon. So we were trying to get into a place called Pender Bay, which you may have heard of, but to be really honest, the lack of a booking system in most places up here is a little bit frustrating. But anyway, we've got the van on.
We won't chirp on about that.
We won't chirp on about that. I guess it is just part of what you deal with when you come to a place like this. We just had 6 nights in Broome, although in the middle of that we went to Horizontal Falls. Got to say, it's the most epic area. The ecosystem of a whole heap of different animals that are going to kill you, and the visuals and everything is just amazing. It's a feast for the senses. So we're hoping that Dampier Peninsula is going to be the same. We did kind of fly over the Archipelago the other day, and it was amazing from the air, and it was an amazing experience from water as well. So let's see what this one brings us. I'll stop talking so I won't bore you, and
Gotta wrap him up.
let's go and have another adventure. Did you want to say anything?
No, I don't. Wrap it up.
Alright, we're coming down to Cygnet Bay Pearl Farm. The road in is pretty good, about 180 k's from Broome, but there's lots of these humps to divert water. There must be a lot of water come through, so a bit of 4-wheel drive action with the van on. A bit of fun. So we've just pulled up at Cygnet Bay and our campsite, DV2. Old Mabo here's in her element. We've got a couple of hens and a fancy looking rooster here who's got very furry feet. Hairy feet.
Super cute.
He's a rooster, mate. He wants to bite you.
No, they're rocks, mate.
He wants to charge you.
They're not seeds, they're rocks.
Yeah. I want to eat these rocks.
Does that help?
Not really. The Henny Penny's over there, she's getting ready to lay an egg. We've got a bloody noose hanging from the tree, which is a good thing. Yeah. Alright, here you go, I'm going to land this van.
You're going to have to move out of the way. Yeah, look, this is coming in. Alright, we've just landed the van in this cute little spot. What were you saying, hun?
I need you to jump on this tailgate.
Okay. You're trying to tell me I'm fat. And these little chooks were sunbathing just before. It's very cute.
Here's a cute little Maybe
What
in
are you
her
doing?
baby doll dress. Don't close that door, I've got to close up.
Alright, I'll be back.
We're going on an exciting adventure today.
Are you going away? Aww. Oh. They ran away.
Yeah, I'd run away if I saw you coming towards me too.